Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and welcome to the Mandragon's Cave. Today we are gonna be drawing Inktober 52 and the prompt is Cornucopia. Cornucopia is one of those words that I don't use ever. I guess this is something that people don't use normally. For all of you, including me, who didn't know specifically what it means, is basically the horn of plenty. The cornucopia basically translates for the horn of plenty, and it traditional comes from the Greek mythology. It is basically like a symbol consisting like a goat's horn overflowing with plenty of fruits, flowers, and different types of food. Okay, in the video for today, because what I've seen online is that during the whole week people have been, fellow Inktober's have been drawing the cornucopia concept with the horn and the fruits, etc. But when I read the prompt, what it came to my mind is the Hunger Games. In the Hunger Games, you know that this comes from a book, and they made the movies a couple of years ago, very famous movies, and basically they sent this group of people, this group of youngsters, into some sort of plaza, and in this plaza, that it's in the middle of a massive forest, let's say, there is a cornucopia, that's called the cornucopia, in the middle, and there is this structure looking like a horn, but is metallic, and they kind of made this reference for the concept of the word, but they made a gigantic house type of thing, horn like this, okay, with metals, and in the middle, instead of having the traditional fruits, etc., and flowers, what you have are weapons. There are weapons, supplies, food, water. So when this group of people hear the bell, they are positioned around the cornucopia. There is gonna be like a signal, so all of them have to start running towards these supplies, gather whatever they can, and then flee or start killing and fighting, because the Hunger Games, is a survival game. It is a game that the only one left at the end is the one who survives, the one who wins, and yeah. So I'm gonna be drawing a kind of I would say a kind of I'm talking. I think this is the first time it happened, like 3-4 minutes already into the video, and I haven't actually drawn anything. So just so we have clear what are we going to be doing today, I'm going to be talking about the concept of the cornucopia within the Hunger Games, plus drawing Katniss Everdeen, that is the main character of our story. Okay, so I want to do a nice pose, like a little bit like this. She is gonna be sitting, or well, standing on the this kind of it's like a piece of metal, and this is an elevator, and the elevator took her from the bottom of this battleground. Okay, underneath the battleground there is a subterranean type of underground that they got dressed, they got kind of ready for the event. Why? Because this is an event that they put on the TV. This story is basically representing a very a system that is controlling in a very extreme way. Okay, so Hunger Games is basically an area that is made of 12 areas. Okay, so these districts is called, each one of those areas is called a district, and in these districts what you have is a specific group of people doing specific tasks. Some are more, let's say, science type people, other more like Rich people, as you go further, like number 1, number 2, they have more resources, they are more able to prepare themselves for the games and for the world, okay? And as you go to the last district, the number 12, it is more poor. Let's say poor, you don't have resources, you don't have basically food, you need to go out and hunt, you need to figure out. And in all these districts are controlled by, let's say, the highest district of them all, that is the capital. In the capital you have the richest of the richest, the extravagant, the colorful, all of them representing like a pantomime of what power is and the extravagance of power, okay? And these people in the capital, there was a war ages ago, and this was instaurated, no? So you have this kind of regime ruling all these districts. So basically, the story of the Hunger Games in the books and in the movies, what happens is that you follow the story of this girl that is called Katniss. And Katniss, there is something that is called the ripe. So when the Hunger Games are approaching, these kind of politicians or people in power from the capital, they will go with the trains to these districts, and they will make like a little bit of a presentation, and they will gather everyone from there. And when you are a young person, I think it's up to 18, something like that, since you are like a young teenager to a little bit before going into adulthood, you can be sorted into these games. So they will try a paper, they will pick a paper, and basically what happens is that Katniss has a sister. They live in District 12, and the sister is chosen for this challenge, this end game. And obviously, being the main character, being Katniss, the sister who wants to protect the little sister and everything, and a very strong person as well, very good hunter, very good with the bow, she absolutely jumps straight away and says, "Oh no, I volunteer." And you can be sorted there, you can be picked from this massive amount of papers with your name, or you can volunteer and be the tribute. This is called a tribute for the games. 2 per district. The other person participating with Katniss is Peter. Okay, Peter is a guy, I think he, if I remember correctly, was the son of the baker, something like that, and he is strong. He, in theory, is represented like a small-sized guy, same age as Katniss, very kind of lonely guy that is in love in secret with Katniss, but Katniss obviously doesn't care much about those things because we are surviving. It's like apocalypse zombie, let's say, that you are trying to survive and you don't care much about other things or banal things and things like that. So basically, as you see, I'm doing something more cartoony today, okay? I'm gonna be doing like some sort of little bit more manga, cartoony, a little bit more cute as well. I'm drawing so many girls lately that I want to kind of do something a little bit different as well, and I don't want to do always the same and draw a girl or do a caricature of the actress and everything. Just, before we continue talking about Hunger Games in general, the actress for the movie, I never liked her much. I don't think she, for me, in my opinion, have much expression, much kind of power in the screen. She got very famous with this series, and I understand and I respect. And but for me, it's not a character. It's not an actress that I follow much, or I wouldn't actually say, oh, there are other actors like that I love, like Jim Carrey, Johnny Depp, and people like this that they make me love a lot, and they make me want to watch their movies even if I don't know what's the movie about. And but I have to confess that the actress for the Hunger Games is not my cup of tea. And Jennifer Lawrence, who plays Katniss Everdeen, is not a character that I, for example, would feel represented. Like when you watch a movie as a viewer, or when you read a book, you need to have that feeling. This is something that you see in cinematography, you see in books, you see in comics, you see in TV shows, in series, in theater. Somehow, being the main character, having the hero's journey that I mentioned the other day as well by Joseph Campbell, the concept of the hero in the story and the savior, you feel represented in a way that you may think that you are that main character. Even if it is a girl or a guy, doesn't matter. Like you are reading Harry Potter, and you are watching Lord of the Rings, and you think you are Harry Potter. You know, you are, oh my god, you are so into the story that you are the character. This actress didn't do that for me. I don't think the expression and the interest and the way of acting is something that I like, but there are plenty of people out there that love this actress, and yeah, so I totally understand. People in general who love the movie. It's not my thing, but I wanted to just wanted to clarify that before we continue. You know, I'm kind of trying to focus in doing something a little bit different for the face, a little bit different for the concept of the full drawing and everything. I want to kind of represent her like this little girl, because in theory, you know, she's a teenager, she's there, and I want to kind of make like a little bit of a mix between what would have been actually in the movie and what would have been actually in reality, okay? Think about in real life, that in real life, if you would have been sorted, for example, to do something like this, a little bit of type of Dragon Ball type of boots. She's wearing like baggy clothes because they made her like this, they prepared her, they kind of dressed her for the spectacle that this is gonna be. Okay, and I'm gonna make the base here like this, the elevator like this. She is a little bit, I would say, in my opinion, she needs to be a little bit, you know, shy and nervous, because she comes from a district that is District 12, when everybody is, you know, working, and no one cares much about the appearances and things like this. So she's wearing, she made this hair that is kind of something very significant in the story, very significant in the movie, especially. Like I'm gonna make like this kind of. Yeah, something like this works for me. But kind of I wanna make her like the hands. Well, maybe the hands in the pocket, no, because she is a very ready character, so she's ready to fight. Kind of gonna. I kind of wanna make her like a little bit like in shock. Like she is like. In shock, that she's like worrying about, oh my god, what is this, where I ended up today, and what is going on, what's gonna happen with me. I'm gonna definitely die here. So she's a character who is very strong, and you know, obviously I'm talking about this and spoilers, and I'm gonna be talking about what happens at the end and everything. So if you haven't watched the movie, you haven't read the book, just stop and watch another video. I'm gonna put here my main channel, so you can jump into another Inktober video or another One Piece video. But basically, I she ends up winning the game after a lot of trials, problems, and issues. There are like moments where this area, this arena is controlled kind of electronically, like kind of like, think about it like you are in a video game or you are like in a VR kind of game that you can basically have anything. So the guys from the control room, they can type rain and it's gonna be raining. They can type fire in one area, it's gonna be all of it in fire. That it's kind of made kind of mechanically, like in Matrix, but actually this is it is affecting the environment. It is killing them basically. Slowly, when these kids are all of them standing in these elevators and in the Cornucopia, and they see the weapons, they know the gunshot, they need to run, they need to pick up the weapons, and what happens next is fight and death. The tributes from the other districts, 2 per district, start dying. Some of them are clever and they just run the other way, like she runs the other way, some other guys run the other way without weapons, and later they try to come back to the center of the map to find weapons. This is a battle royale, like you are playing Fortnite or you are playing any kind of game that is gonna give you this. I think we were actually doing good with the legs. I don't want to complicate myself too much with this drawing today because I watched Hunger Games multiple times, but I wouldn't say that I'm an expert in the story. I can't go into so many details like I do with One Piece and everything, because but I wanted to draw this because it's something that I like. I like the concept, and there are as well. Originally, this is said, there is like kind of a myth around the concept of, there is I think it's a Korean series that originally is basically the Hunger Games. It's a Korean or Japanese manga, and if you have a look at it, it's the same concept, and there's been always a lot of oh my god, this is being copied from there, or this was before that, and then it got famous, and a lot of criticizing of the concept as well and everything. But yeah, so I think for what we are doing today, I think we have some sort of concept here. Nice. I like it. She's there, standing there, and doesn't know what's going on. And yeah, I think for a change, I fancy working today, drawing today with my favorite pen ever. That is the traditional big, like office or school type of pen that you use for your homework, for your things and everything. And I kind of want to draw this a little bit more loose. I don't want to worry too much about the drawing today. I want just to do something to try this out, practice this with this a little bit. I haven't drawn with big in some time. We already have the drawing done with the pen. With the pencil, I use for the pencil the big evolution, so I'm using basically big all the time today. But yeah, something like this, like a quick sketch for myself when I'm drawing, let's say, aimless, that I'm just scratching the paper with my pen and not thinking about what I'm gonna draw and things like this. Or when I'm drawing in my small notebook and my sketchbook with a small one that I may take here or there, most of the time I would use big. Because for me, I don't know, I like the texture, and it's something that it reminds me where I started, and I remember being at the school and in the lessons and everything, and drawing in the corner of the books, in the corner of everywhere, and it's one of those things that it gives me this kind of melancholy, and I thought, why not today try to use it, and that's it. So as you can see, I'm doing a girl that is here. It doesn't know where she is. She's a little bit indifferent about all of this. She's not interested in any of the things going on here. She's just looking at these other guys, District 1 and District 2, that they are killing machines, prepared since they were babies to basically fight in this if they are sorted. Some of them, most of them in the districts 1, 2, 3, they volunteer all the time because this brings glory to their name and everything. And but obviously they have the means. They have been to schools to prepare them to fight and to use weapons and everything. These guys know. These guys know. So Katniss is very, very good at hunting using the bow. So what happens in the story is basically that she comes out scared, not knowing what's happening, a little bit nervous, looking at everyone. Peter, the let's say the partner in the other side, that all of this story is gonna have this kind of teenager romance aspect of it and everything, and because it's about that as well in the story, to bring people from the outside, like spectators, like when you are doing a live or something like that, that if they like what they are seeing, if they like your performance in the spectacle, they will send you gifts in the arena that can be like kind of a little bit of water, something that you can heal, I don't know, like an extra weapon and things like this. And yeah, so basically they play in the story. They play with Katniss and Peter being this kind of dramatic couple that they were gonna get married or whatever and all these things. And it's okay a story. That bit is a little bit funny for me because I think you could have make it somehow else in a different way, but. Yeah, I guess it is what it is. The story is about that, and that's it. But what I really like, is the concept of survival and the concept of showman. They represent her as a beautiful girl in love, was gonna get married with this guy and everything, and the whole time they are kind of making this. They are making this spectacle about the wedding, and they are dressing her because there are kind of. These events that happened before to show her as a participant are all the time dressing her very funny, very nice. There are like these kind of dresses with flames and everything. They call her the girl in flames and things. And yeah, she's very fierce and everything in the aspect, and very human. She's trying to save as well some colleagues and everything during other guys from other districts as well, like the girl from the District 8 and other guys and older people as well. And yeah, it's something it's a story that I like. There was like a couple of years that we had good stories that they are not for me something like Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter. They are like more second line for me, for my taste. I understand that maybe you are watching this and you love Hunger Games. I like it too, but obviously I have my priorities about the things I like. But there are things like this that we had as well, the Scorch Games, and this one, yeah, a couple of survival. I think we had like a season, a couple of years with survival type of games. And there was this other series as well, Divergent as well, pretty similar storyline with different districts and things and different groups that they had to kind of overcome this kind of superior power, like they were oppressing them and everything. And yeah, they are nice stories, but maybe this post-apocalyptic or kind of a dystopian type of thing, the way that they represented for these movies, they were quite similar to me, and sometimes you can't differentiate more what is what, but yeah, it's an interesting type of a story for me that I watch every now and then. I watch the new Hunger Games as well, that they kind of give you it's like a prequel of the original story that we already knew. Again, the girl that is the same girl that they hired to do Snow White for Disney. It is not one of my favorites either, and I can't empathize with a character. I can't feel myself included, or I can't feel myself as a character in the story with different type of actors or different type of actresses. Okay, so this one for Katniss, I didn't feel the connection with the main character, and the one with the new girl, the prequel, I didn't feel the connection either with her to do anything. I repeat it, it's not about because I'm a guy and the main character in the story is a girl, because there are very good stories that I could say, oh my god, even if it is a girl, you can feel identify as the main character, okay? Like you were in the story. With these two actresses, it didn't happen. The guy who is in the prequel playing Snow is a young Snow that later in this story that it goes when Snow is an old man. He's gonna be a very, very ruthless old man and very cruel old man, but you see how he starts being good, being a guy from the capital, being a guy with power, with money, to when he loses everything, and then how he has like kind of a as well like a hero's journey from trying to help his colleagues, his friends, to going radical and becoming the bad guy that later he is. I don't think it is nicely adapted either, I would say. I don't know if it's the same people making the movies, making both sagas. I don't know if it is the same person or the same group of people doing the project, but for me, Snow doesn't have a conclusion for his story. It is a little bit take it like this and like that, and you can't identify much the problem. He lost everything. He was accused of things that he didn't do at the end, and if you didn't do the things and if you didn't do those extra, you wouldn't go bad, you wouldn't go resentful, or if you would go resentful, it wouldn't be against the poor people of the districts, it will be against the people of the capital. So I don't think it is nicely portrayed the hero's journey in this story. They play a lot of the card of the romance. Here, like a teenage romance that it is fake because these two characters are not in love. She liked another guy from outside, and you see these things between movies and movies, how they go together, they don't go, and Pita is chasing her, and then she's not, and then Pita is betraying her. So this whole concept and the concept of love is emphasized a lot in the story, is one of the main topics of the story, and because of love, the love of friendship that she has towards other people and the love of Pita, like real love towards her, it is something very heavily used, I will say, heavily used in the story, and represented in a way that if you are a spectator in the Hunger Games, we as a spectators, you care about that, you give them help through medicine, through water and things, and they are able to survive better than others. Okay, it's a movie that I would recommend you to watch, the Hunger Games, especially this trilogy, this first trilogy, because it is nice. If you are not someone like me, that I like to look into the world building, I like to look into the details of the characters, I like to look into the wise house and all of these things. If you just want to have a nice time, watch the movies. It works perfectly okay for anyone, and I would advise you to watch it and to read the books as well. Very nice books. There is a very nice special edition in white cover with white hardback with covers, extra covers on top. Beautiful, and I think the sides are red as well, and they are very thick books. But it's an interesting story, I would say. But not one of my favorites, okay? So, if the concept of Cornucopia, it wouldn't have come into the story for Inktober 52, I may not have done a Hunger Games video, I have to confess, I have to say it. But at some point, analyzing movies, I may do an analysis of what each of the movies, talking about the things that work and the things that don't work, talking about the characters that work and why, and the characters that don't work and why as well, and how do we have differences between, in one movie and another movie, between the characters, and some of them are a little bit forced, and I can't see it happening. I don't think this is maybe a problem of adaptation, like screenplay adaptation to the movie, and not the story itself. But yeah, I guess maybe at some point or next year, that when I stop doing Inktober and I do One Piece and other art videos, I can focus. If this video is liked and all these things, and you are interested in this topic, maybe if, you know, if there is not much interest and it is no, and for me, I can pick other story, or I can draw about, I don't know, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Disney, and other things. Yeah, we will see what's gonna happen. Okay, I think we are done for today. This is very simple video today, easy, just having a little chat about some key things for Hunger Games, the Cornucopia concept, and how was my experience with this story. Okay, I think I'm gonna sign for today. Okay, this is DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23, you can say it as you want, and this is the Madhouse Cave. I hope you enjoyed the video, I hope you liked the drawing and everything, and this mini talk for today, and yeah, I see you in the next one. Thank you very much, bye!